Hello, hello. This is Christina, digital marketing coach, your host today. And today I have such a pleasure to have my special guest speaker, Alex Quinn, far away from Sydney, Australia. Alex, welcome to the new episode of KSM Podcast.
Thank you so much, Christina, for having me at your podcast. Love the work that you do. Your listeners are amazing to have you as the podcast host.
Thank you so much. And I'm super happy that this podcast has been selected as top 20 in category of online business by Spot in 2023 and now is still in 2024. And I'm super happy because of that. It is my obligation to engage with such amazing speakers as you are today and my all speakers previous and the future speakers. So, Alex, can you share with us who you are, what you do, and as I mentioned, you're from Australia, far away from Australia.
Yes, my name is Alex Quinn, and I am a business and corporate transformation coach. I help business owners to multiply the income by changing the way they think.
That's fantastic. And can you share with us what is your feedback, maybe just for our listeners to know about you much more, to see how and after that, how did you start your business after this explanation?
Sure. So I was born and raised in China and in a very poor, small town. Um, because of the poverties I was in, I was very early on was have to leave, like be taken away from my parents to be in care of my grandparents, and so my parents can go work in a distant cities. And from very early on that I told myself the story that I was not even good enough to live with my parents. And over the times, I tried so hard to prove to my parents that I am good enough to be with them. And also in that time, this one child policy loomed large in China. And being a girl in that special time was regarded as shame because we as women was judged by our ability to give birth to a boy, because the boys can carry the family names where girls deemed as insufficient to carry on that legacy. So that's why throughout my life, I was trying to very hard to prove it to my dad that I can do better than the boys. And so that shaped me to become a people pleaser and to work myself hard and to prove that I am good enough, to prove that I'm better than the boys, and that I could, seek approval from my parents to accept me as who I am being a girl. And so then I've been programmed myself to do exactly what my parents tell me to do, to get good school, get good grade, get into university, and then get into to become an accountant. Because they want me to have a stable job as a woman, and have a family, give birth to kids. Then you can see the end of your life. That's I have been programmed. And then I did exactly what they told me to do. I worked so hard. I started my career in Big Four accounting firm, which is a privilege and prestigious thing to work in a Big Four accounting firm at the graduates. And then I got burnout. I was working because I subconsciously I thought I was not good enough. So I worked longer hours. I proved to my boss that I can do more, I can do more. And that got me into burnout. And one day I could not get up in the morning. I thought I was about to die. I didn't know that was called burnout at the time. I just like had that sick in my stomach feeling every single time I walk into that office building. And I just couldn't continue that. And then that led me to a path to say, because I had the experience in my university years to had 1-year exchange programs to study in Europe, in Austria, in one of the big, university called Wirtschaft Universität. It's one of the business school, probably top 10 business schools in Europe. And so I knew there's more than just working hard in China. So that inspired me to look for opportunities outside of China. And at the time, because I was a very good accountant, I could either go to Canada or Australia or New Zealand. Those are the countries that are actually looking for good quality accountants. And I choose to be Australia because Australia is, you can have work-life balance, it's very laid-back country.
It's
And that was
multicultural, very open.
multicultural. Yes, exactly. And so that I started that process to apply immigrations to Australia. And I thought, if I could change the country, my life would be different. And I worked hard on that path. And in 2006, February, with one backpack, one-way ticket, I landed in Australia. That's where I started my journey here.
Congratulations on your decision. You're like a business you're change how can you're change maker, because you're decided that just to go outside of our box, and what we are programming as kids, as a child, to grow and to do, and sometimes to work what our parents like to do it, to study what they want because they didn't do that, and all those kind maybe of what they didn't do, they wanted to do it about their kids. So I have also experience with my friends or similar. If you don't just be a winner of yourself and try to figure out, especially as a female, as a woman, this is, so congratulations again on your decision to change your life and change the life maybe of other women in the world.
Thank you. And so then I started, the only thing I knew was accounting, auditing. And so that's how I started my journey in Australia. But then I was the same mindset that I was not good enough. Even I changed my country, I was still got burned out. The first time I worked in audit firm, and I got myself burned out, like 2 years working in an audit. And then I thought, maybe it's because my career being an auditor, auditors work hard. And I thought, if I work in the bank, look at the people who work in the bank, just easy 9 to 5, and they have these benefits and work-life balance. If I work in those banks, my life would probably change. So then I worked really hard and I got into the big 4 banks in Australia, and I got into one of the employee choice, one of the best employer in the market in Australia, which is Westpac. And then during that time, but I still got burnout because my mindset did not change until one day I had this conversation, like I was playing with my daughter on our balcony, and at the time she was about 9.5, at the age that she questioned everything, that she see this world. And she looked up at me, she said, "Mom, you always ask us to dream big and achieve high. So what is your dream?" At that moment, I could not answer her. I felt this knife stabbing into my heart. That's the moment I realized, if I do not break the chain of being a people pleaser, being a codependent, looking for acceptance, looking for approvals, and living in what is expected of me, then my next generation, they will not follow their dreams. Instead, they will follow my footsteps. So that was a really hard realization to me to see, wow, that's the impact for my next generation. Of course, I want my children to have a greater life and have not step into my footstep of being a people pleaser, always looking for acceptance, always looking for approval, looking for doing what other people expected of me. And that led me to a self-discovery journey where I look really within, who am I? Why am I here? What's my purpose? What am I here for? And that led me into Bob Proctor. He is an amazing mentor of mine. He helped me understand the power of my mind and how I actually can change that subconscious programming that kept me stuck of the same thinking, created the same result over and over again. And he gave me all the mental tools that I need to step into my power and have the courage to start my own business. Now I'm a trained and certified Proctor Gallagher consultant and a Business Made Simple certified coach. So I can go out and help people, business owners, not only on their business strategies, but also bring in the life-changing mindset from Bob Proctor. And so my clients has turned their annual income into monthly income, has turned monthly income into weekly income in very, very short amount of time. The transformation that I see my clients being able to achieve, that is so fulfilling for me. And I'm just, give me the hope, give me the confidence, give me the drive to help more business owners to tap into their greatest potential, to bring more into this world, and the ripple impact the business owners can make by achieving their own goals.
That's fantastic. Congratulations again. And I think that your trigger, which was driving you from your childhood, because and this is just imagine how it's so accumulating in you, like I need it, and always I need to change, I need to prove this, I need to, always to prove and approve, and that's fantastic. And when did you start working with the, I know what is your trigger, so influence is going to be very influential for our listeners to listen your story. It's very, very valued, very knowledgeable, and very interesting. And every single person has different story and all unique, very all unique. And when did you start working with Bob Proctor? And also, who do you mostly work with? Who are your clients? And yes, just to, do you have specifically to work with women, female entrepreneurs, or male, or mixture, or however, just to share with our listeners today?
Sure. So I started to work with Bob Proctor about 2.5 years ago. I mainly work with business owners who struggle with hitting the plateau, the business. They try every other strategies, they try everything else, but still hitting a plateau. And because I know the underlying problem with they hitting the plateau, creating the same result, it's because their thinking pattern is the same. So I wanted to help them to change the thinking pattern behind it so that they can elevate and being able to see and have all the mental tools to find a better path to take their business to the next level. Because the answer is not in the outside world. The answer is within. And when I being able to help my clients to tap into the inner wisdoms, the transformation is huge. That's how they turn the annual income into monthly income. And especially one of my clients, I love to share her stories, not because she has the biggest quantum leap, but because I find her story was so inspiring. Maybe that would benefit your listeners as
Yes, of
well.
course. Here you are just to share it, because I think that every single story can change someone's life, because we are human
Yeah.
being and we need to change it, and we need to support each other. And stories, and if people just know to see themselves in that story, every single story can help them, of course.
Yes, so one of my clients, her name is Rose, and she lived in Western Australia. And when she came to me, she said, Alex, I had a couple business before. It was my passion. I loved them. I had lots of fun, but it wasn't making enough money to put food on the table. And I know that I need to do something change, but I don't know what I need to change or how can I make the change. But I just believe that Bob Proctor's information is going to help me. What you have is going to help me. I'm so scared. And then she also, said she's turning 70 in a couple of months. And I was like, wow, she never invests that amount of money on herself because she didn't feel that she was worth it. And so through our conversation, I helped her to overcome that. And she was like, oh my, I'm going to invest in this program. I'm going to invest in myself for once as my birthday present for my own self to celebrate my 70th birthday. And I was so amazed. Most people at that age, they would be like, oh, I can't do anymore. I'm retiring, all that negative talk. But I'm just so amazed at her drive because she has a passion project. She knows exactly why she wanted to do this because she has a sister circle, a non-for-profit organization that she wanted to contribute. She wanted to make more so that she can contribute more. And so, and ended up like within 2 months, actually within the first 2 weeks, she quit her job, a toxic work environment that she stuck herself in over 10 years. She was so scared because she has mortgage to pay. She has bills to pay. That's only income she has. But she was so emotionally involved in her big goal to turn her annual income into monthly income. And she was so in love with the idea, and then she started to see the misalignment that her job is dragging her down and she's not able to go as much as she can. So then that's the first transformation. Second transformation is that within 2 months she consistently turning her monthly income into weekly income, only working 4 hours a day. And with extra time and extra money that she's being able to generate by running her own business, she was able to achieve 3 big dreams. Number one was her childhood dream that she always wanted to write and publish a book to inspire others. And with the extra money and time, she was able to hire a book coach and to work on her book and to publish that. So that's one first dream. Second dream, she always been wanting to travel across Australia with her husband and to see this world and to experience this world, to experience the beauty of this planet Earth can offer. And because at age of 69, she converted her entire business online, overcoming all the technology challenges. She converted a mobile home and installed a satellite dish on her mobile home and be able to travel without sacrificing her income. Only working 4 hours a day, she was able to travel across Australia for a long period of time with her husband to experience this world. That was her second dream. And the third dream, she was like, Alex, I can't express enough of my gratitude for this program because my son actually came up to me and asked me to partner up with him to start another stream of income of e-commerce business. Like, imagine she's 69, having her son to come up to her to ask her advice, her guidance to help him to set up his e-commerce business, everything online. Wow, she's like, having him ask me that question, that's priceless. I just find her story so inspiring. You never know what your potential are, what you can achieve, who you can inspire, regardless of the age, regardless of the technology challenges. I'm just so inspired by her, and I just wanted to share her story. She's amazing woman making a difference in this world.
Congratulations to you and to this lady, maybe you can repeat her name. Maybe I didn't.
Rose.
And congratulations to Rose. So when Rose will listen to this podcast, so we send regards to Rose and congratulate her to that she decided to start working with you and change her mindset, because I know a few people who started when they have some health issues or whatever, maybe in late 60 or 70, they started to join the new university and start and create something new, or just start studying, something what they want to start, but there are different people, so yeah, just imagine that we have no boundaries, we have no barriers if we wanted what we wanted to achieve all our life, and that's fantastic, and I love that. And can you share with us about your company? You are business owner and founder. I mean, I know that from my uh, about what you do, and who do you mentioned who do you mostly work with, and how listeners and few entrepreneurs can reach out to you to connect with you and work with you.
Absolutely. So I'm the CEO of Dream Warriors Coaching. And that is because my daughter's inspiration. I think everyone's dream matters. And you need to be the warrior of your dream. Because on this journey to achieve your dream or bring your dream into a reality, you need to be the warrior. There will be challenges and there will be monsters along the way, like those obstacles, but you gotta believe in your dream and be the warrior of your dream. And that's why my company is
And this is
called.
a message for our listeners, because when I always move to the end, to the end of call, I always ask, but you share it before, and that's fantastic. Just to you share the message for our listeners, just to be aware of their life and do what they want to do, and no barriers. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No boundaries. There's no limits. The sky's the limit. It's all in our mind. So I wanted to inspire listeners and business owners. You have a dream, and your dream matters. And don't let that die. You gotta give yourself a chance to realize that dream, and you gotta believe in yourself. Be the warriors of your dream. And so please connect with me if you would like to.
And you have an option, how just share with us how people can reach out to you with for conversation before like consultation, and you have something like some ebook or something like that for like resources for listeners just to connect with you and maybe read it something, or just to know about you more.
Absolutely. So my business website is dreamwarriorscoaching.com.au. And so I am happy to give away my gift to your audiences. I love them and hope to inspire them to follow their dreams. I will give away discover your hidden abundance blocks. That is give you the 8 common hidden abundance blocks that may be blocking the wealth that you are trying to attract. And also Bob Proctor's classic book, You Were Born Rich. So that I love that book. I even have a mastermind group to talk about that book, You Were Born Rich, to learn about the principles. I'm happy to gift a free trial for the mastermind on top of all these books as
And
well.
I will share all links to Facebook group. And I know that you have Facebook group as well that people can join for free. I mean, also, I will share all those links to your website, to your group, to your social media platform, and to your that listeners can connect with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And these are the QR code. So you can scan the QR code. Everything is also there. And so, yeah, so I would love to connect with your audiences and see where I be able to add value. And let me know what your abundance blocks are. I would love to help you to work out how you can unblock them. So my Facebook group is called Successful Entrepreneur Mindset for Dream Warriors. So please come to our free groups as well. And we do weekly readings of U Square. Dr. Price Pritchard's U Square is all about quantum leaps. So it's completely free. I just wanted to inspire you to go after your dream.
That's fantastic. And can you share with us, are you present on Instagram, Facebook? You mentioned Facebook, on LinkedIn. Are you present on all those 3 platforms and X that people can join to you? Do you have your favorite? Where are you? Where you are more? Yeah, you mentioned QR code, but anyway, people just sometimes don't have time to go to the QR, and they when they listen, they just move and jump on it. So
that's true. And so, yes, I connect with me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and my Facebook group, and or email me, and all the information is on the QR code on the link tree. It has all the ways, the social media handles for you guys to connect with me. And so I would definitely wanted to collaborate with you more, Christina, so that we can bring more value to our listeners and to help them to really achieve their dreams.
Like Rose, like Lady Rose, she transform you help her to transform her life. That's fantastic. Yeah, Alex, what can I say now? It was lovely talking to you today. You share such amazing story, very knowledgeable, valued, with so experienced, and shared your story, your life story, and why did you choose to do what you do. So thank you so much for being my special guest speaker today. And I'm a big believer that we will have new episode of guest and podcast. You will be again my guest speaker again very soon. Thank you so much, and have very, very lovely day.
Thank you so much, Christina, for having me. And listeners, you guys are so lucky and so blessed to have Christina. And she has such a beautiful heart to serve you all. And I'm just so privileged to be connected with you, Christina, and to have this opportunity to connect with your listener as well. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for such a beautiful wording about me. And I will share all links to your business and to your website. Thank you so much, and bye for now. Bye.